Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Stefan asked EJ if he had slept with Gabby that morning, while Ava watched. Stefan threatened to testify that EJ had concealed his paternity and that Jude Brady was Eric's son. At first, EJ was evasive. EJ acknowledged that he hadn't slept with Gabby that morning. Stefan told Ava that he still thought Gabby and EJ had slept together that morning after EJ departed. Stefan bemoaned Gabby's 2-to-1 cheating advantage. "Want to help me even the score?" Stefan inquired. Ava took offense. Stefan infuriated Ava by doubling down on his proposal. Ava informed Stefan that in an adolescent manner, he and Gabby had exacted retribution on one another. Stefan claimed he didn't understand he was offensive and that she was a buddy. "The fact that you didn't know speaks volumes," Ava growled. "Take your friendship and your stupid offer and shove it." Stefan was informed by Ava that she would much prefer sling hash for Roman throughout the day than labor for a clueless, misogynistic ass. Stefan expressed regret and concurred with Ava's evaluation. He claimed he was angry at the thought of Gabby and his brother. "That was his problem," Ava remarked, "not hers. If you're so desperate to even the score with your wife in that sleazy way, I'm sure there are plenty of women who would be happy to help you, but I am not one of them," Ava stated as she left. Gazing upon the chairs tying Melinda and the naive Gabby together, Connie remarked, "Two bitches with one stone." She threatened to kill Melinda and the DiMera family by blowing up the DiMera mansion with a bomb. Melinda awakened Gabby after Connie left, and they exchanged notes on Everett, Li Shin, and Connie. When Gabby saw her phone on the floor, she attempted to grab it by bouncing her chair, but she was unable to do so. To no avail, the two women attempted to shout for assistance. Gabby and Melinda get sidetracked and started talking about Stefan when EJ called and left a message. Kristen inquired about Abigail with Chad. Kristen questioned whether Abigail was faking it, but Chad was unsure of her possible motive in the event that it was. Chad brought up Abigail's desire to live apart from Kirsten when she suggested that she might be pursuing the DiMera riches. Chad remarked, "She's moving so slowly, she's in reverse." As Connie passed, he went to answer a call. Kristen pulled over to face Connie. "Ms. Vininsky, you did what I know you did. You told Gabby my brother was cheating on her after you overheard Ava and I discussing Stefan," Kristen remarked. "Gabby should know," according to Connie. "I had to terminate Ava and completely upend lives because of you. You are now placed on notice. You and Gabby both report to me." "Watch where you walk," Kristen said. Connie growled, "Watch yours, bitch," and turned to leave. When Chad came back, he informed Kristen that Connie had an APB. Kristen claimed she would contact the police after seeing Connie. In order to get the kids out of the park, Chad left. Abigail showed Mark the note she had received from Clyde at the hospital. Abigail claimed she had no idea how to convince Chad to wed her so soon. She pointed out that Chad had access to personal information about his life with Abigail that she was not likely to know. Abigail was afraid she would be discovered lying. Mark reminded his sister that since Clyde held all the cards, they had no choice but to continue lying. Chad's recitation of his wedding vows, according to Abigail, touched her. Is Abigail developing affection for Chad? Mark pondered. Chad was a decent man, so Abigail claimed she merely felt bad about it. Because Abigail was concerned that Steve was posing too many questions, Mark promised to handle Clyde. Steve called Kayla from the prison, telling her that Shane had made some arrangements for him to see Weston. After a guard unlocked the door, Clyde entered. Steve mentioned that he was curious about Abigail. Steve was interested in learning how John Black, who wasn't even involved in this case, was found tied to a chair in the same Poplar Bluff location where Abigail was being held. According to Clyde, he had associates who were using his safe house as a second source of money for another boss. To imprison another person who just happens to be from Salem without your authorization? Steve queried. Steve stated that he was aware that Clyde had not received the desired outcome when he revealed Abigail's knowledge. I came to be here thanks to my relationships with the ISA. I might be able to persuade them to reciprocate on my behalf and get you out of here if you're prepared to give me honest answers, Steve stated. Clyde called Steve's bluff while laughing at him. After watching Steve go, Mark entered to speak with Clyde. Jackie Childs, my attorney. I'm glad you made excellent use of the forged credentials, Clyde replied. Clyde informed Mark that Steve didn't think Abigail was who they said she was. Clyde ought to quit putting pressure on Abigail, according to Mark. Mark clarified, people will become more suspicious if she moves too quickly. Clyde demanded that Abigail and Chad be married right away in order for Clyde to inherit the entire DiMera inheritance. Mark was warned by Clyde to make it happen or else they wouldn't see their mother ever again. When Chad came downstairs, he was taken aback to see Abigail in his living room. The children are on the upper level. How come you're here? He questioned. Before he could see her notes, Abigail told Chad she had a memory of something. In a message to Gabby, EJ stated that he felt taken aback by his brother's inquiries even though he knew she intended to ruin Stefan's life. To ensure that they were telling the same story, EJ requested Gabby to give him a call back. The bloodied fire poker on the floor caught EJ's attention. EJ picked it up and exclaimed, "Is that blood?" Upon her return, Connie saw that Gabby had shifted her chair, so she took away Gabby's phone. Connie pulled out a bomb and stated it didn't matter. Connie was adamant about killing Melinda and Ava, despite their pleas for her to change her mind. Connie flipped on the switch before heading out. Melinda and Gabby shrieked as the timer began to count down from 2.5 minutes. I'm not certain. Probably not, but Connie is still Gabby's assistant, Jada added. Rafe wondered out loud how it was all connected, bewildered. A little later, Jada yelled, "Lee Shin." Lee had dated all 3 of the women, Jada revealed, and Connie was residing at Lee's apartment when he was stabbed. Rafe gave a shrug. Recall that Bobby claimed to know who killed Lee. And we just figured Bobby was lying when he passed away. What if it was Connie, though? What if he was aware that Connie was Lee's killer? Jada made a suggestion. Then, Connie stabbed me and set Bobby up for it, only to deflect attention from herself, Rafe continued. Jada acknowledged with a nod that Connie might have staged Bobby's death. Jada let out a gasp. That would explain why, according to Jada, Bobby attempted to phone 911 prior to his passing. Rafe claimed he had to phone his sister because he was worried. I have to bring in Vininsky for questioning while you're doing that, Jada remarked. Jada was requested to bring backup with her by Rafe. Rafe said, "You never know what you're going to be walking into." Jada concurred. Stefan was shocked to discover Ava working as his waiter at the tavern. Stefan remarked, "I didn't realize you were working here again." Ava uttered, "Desperate times, desperate measures." Stefan expressed regret, but Ava pointed out that she would have done worse than fire the lady who had slept with her husband if she had been in Gabby's position. "What do you know?" Stefan remarked, "I think I'm going to help you out." Ava accepted Stefan's employment offer at the bistro. "How about Gabby?" inquired Ava. Stefan remarked, "That was before she had an affair with my brother." Stefan and Gabby were even, Ava noticed. "Not really. From what she just told me, it definitely happened more than once. Consequently, she is not motivated to keep our marriage intact." Thus, I might as well offer my old acquaintance a job in order to assist her out, Stefan remarked. Are you certain that you're not merely attempting this to irritate her? Asking Ava. Stefan stated that he didn't give a damn about Gabi's feelings. Stefan remarked, and to be really honest, I don't care what happens to her now. No one opened the door when Jada and another police showed up at Connie's apartment. Like the last time, Jada pushed on the door, and it flew open. Is Ms. Vininsky at home? Jada yelled. Pointing to the carpet, the officer questioned, Is that blood? Jada pulled her gun out of her holster and followed the blood trail while the police dialed forensics. Jada let out an exclamation, Oh, my God, as she kicked in the bedroom door. Connie yelled Gabi's name as she stormed inside the DiMera mansion. On the desk, Gabi's cell phone rang. Connie hung up the phone. I apologize, Commish. Connie responded, I can't have any interruptions. When he couldn't get through to his sister in the hospital, a frightened Rafe only gazed at his phone. Roman entered. Is there a problem? Roman inquired. Rafe said that he was concerned for Gabi. Rafe remarked, Jada and I believe her new assistant might be dangerous. Gabi was taken aback to see Connie when she entered the DiMera living room. Connie clarified that she had chosen to drop by to check on Gabi because she hadn't left for work. Gabi said, You're the greatest assistant ever. Gabi grabbed up her cell phone after noticing it on the table. When Connie inquired about Rafe, Gabi said that he was okay. Is there anything he can recall about that awful man who attacked him? Connie inquired. Not at all. Gabi verified, he doesn't remember anything about getting stabbed. Connie gave a nod. That's excellent. Connie added, I won't have to worry about him blaming me for whatever. Gabi questioned why Rafe would put the responsibility on Connie, perplexed. Yes. Was it not clear that I was the one who stabbed your brother? Stated Connie. You stabbed Rafe? Stated Gabi. With a smile on her face, Connie took the knife from her purse. Connie remarked, and you're next. Was there any value in this article?